Hi guys, this is Dr. Marwah.
And this is Dr. Sparsh Gupta, and we are making this video especially to have a discussion about the micro planning, especially during the last few days which have been left for the preparation of the NEET-PG 2022 exam. Now, trying to address the very first question in the beginning, that when the National Board announced that the NEET-PG 2022 exam is going to be taking place on the March 12th this particular year, there were a lot of people who had got anxiety attacks. People were in a sense of disbelief, since a lot of people were not having a complete faith in their preparation. So the people were having self-doubts, which led them to believe that no way can they crack the exam this time. There is a certain section of people who have started off the preparation but who are having a doubt that they would not be able to complete their course in time, and therefore there is a sense of that maybe I can do it. But I want you to understand that you need to shift your focus from the red crosses and the blue maybes to a big green yes. And when I say yes, I want you to believe that very consciously, that this is not the time when you should be having any kind of a self-doubt. You should not be feeling ambivalent. You should not be having any ambiguity regarding the fact that you are going to be cracking this particular exam. How exactly are we going to be cracking the exam is something that we are going to be sharing with you in the forthcoming slides.
Now coming to the action plan, this has been designed in consultation with students who have already secured top 100 ranks in NEET-PG 2021. I have divided this into two parts. One, how many days should be allocated for a particular subject. Second would be, what are the tasks that you would be doing on that particular day that has been allocated for a XYZ subject. Let's start with baseline subjects like anatomy, biochemistry, and physiology. Most of these toppers were of opinion that approximately 2 days should be allocated for each of these subjects. For subjects like medicine, surgery, pharma, PSM, and OBG, approximately 4 days should be allocated. That would make it approximately 20 days to be utilized. And pathology and microbiology, you need to allocate 3 days each. That would be making it a total of 6 days.
Talking in continuation with what sir has already started with respect to the action plan, subjects like pathology and microbiology are going to be requiring 3 days each for their completion. When you talk about the subjects like ENT, pediatrics and ophthalmology, they would be requiring 2 days each. Talking about the short subjects, which are also being given the name of the prof subjects as we call them, namely psychiatry, radiology, orthopedics, anesthesia, forensic medicine and dermatology, they would be requiring 1 day each. Now, if we just do the simple mathematics of calculation of adding up all these days, friends, they come out to be around 44 days. We wanted to create a steady schedule plan for you, which is going to be around 45 days. But then as we understand that there might be a situation which is beyond your control, so I have just taken that one extra day for you. Please bear in mind that this particular schedule has been kept in mind with respect to the number of questions which are going to be asked from a particular subject, and also as a concise summary of what we had an understanding of when we had a discussion with various toppers from the previous year exams. However, I must reiterate over here that both of us believe very sincerely that this particular schedule is to be taken as a flexible schedule, in the sense that you might be having a very good command over one particular subject, let us say medicine or surgery, so you might as well give it a bit of less time. However, if you find that there is a subject like pathology or microbiology, or for that matter orthopedics or radiology, which is a gray area for you, you might as well devote more time to it. So all in all, what you need to understand is that because we have a limitation of the time in hand for the appearing in the exam, therefore the overall duration has to be kept constant, which has to be around 45 days. Now that we have an idea about the total number of days for a preparation being around 45 days, we just do the micro planning so as to understand what exactly needs to be done day wise with regards to each of the days of preparation.
Now coming to the most important part of this entire video, this would be a timetable that we have created where we have allocated what are the tasks that would be done by you on a particular day. You can notice that in front of a particular subject, you have to tick mark that, okay, I have done the previous year papers. That would be a tick mark for 2018, 19, 20, 21 paper. Then I'm very sure as you have studied all year long, you would have saved some important MCQs of that particular subject in your device. So all those saved MCQs are definitely to be studied, after which you need to do running notes of those topics which have been asked in the previous years. It's not practically possible, guys, to finish all the topics. I have had a detailed heart-to-heart chat with all the students who have actually been able to cross that barrier, and everybody said, sir, at the last moment we were always in a dilemma that should I read the entire notes or should I read only a selective ones. I personally feel, and even these guys have given an opinion, that those topics which are being repeated in the previous year papers should be given relatively more importance. And yes, rapid revision would anyway be a gold standard.
I'm reassuring you and I'm re-emphasizing on that particular fact that what you are going to be having a competition as a cohort is between your batchmates and other co-interns. So for majority of the people, because of the COVID situation, since the timing of the annual exams was such that majority of you are still going to be in your preparation phase, that means in your time when you are going to be completing your internship, you need to understand there is going to be very less chances of that inequality which is responsible for causing anxiety in your minds. Please understand the fact majority of the people who are going to be appearing in the NEET-PG 2022 exam are going to be in the same boat as you are. Once you understand that, this is likely to reduce the anxiety, the sense of disbelief that you might be having towards your preparation. However, all I can tell you over here, friends, is that based upon my own individual experience, the people who are going to be having an ordinary result vis-a-vis people who are going to be having an extraordinary result are the ones who are going to be putting in that extra dose of positivity in their thoughts and that extra dose of efforts in their actions. As a lot of you have recalled particular thing which was taught to us way back in school as well. Suptasya singhase na praveshanti mukhe mrigha, which means that a deer is not going to enter the mouth of a sleeping lion. So wake up, my friends. This is the time when you need to understand that the limitation of the number of days is going to be equal for everybody. However, the more we are able to utilize this time with respect to the number of hours that we are putting in, with respect to the efficiency that we are going to be extracting out of this particular time, the greater is the probability of we being successful in this particular exam. So the fundamentals are going to remain the same, friends, and if I have to summarize them, that would just mean the fact that you have to starve your distractions and you have to feed your focus. I would reiterate, as we have talked about that time and again, that in order to minimize your distractions, please switch off your phones now. Additionally, what I want you to understand is that you need to revise as many number of times as time permits you, and needless to say, the gold standard for the purpose of revision for most of the things for your exam is going to be the rapid revision. Best wishes from my side, and we happen to see a lot of happy faces as when the results are being declared for this particular exam.
So to end this discussion, I would just like to say that guys, keep the pressure on, keep hammering, and you'll come out with flying colors.